Yeah, boy! That's more like it. There's the fucking Philadelphia Eagles I'm used to seeing. Right there. Folks, I'm happy as hell. Birds 31, Buffalo Bills 13, and I'm feeling just fine about that. There were several positive things, several things that I liked that took place over the course of Sunday's game. And I'd like to start with the good, because we obviously won. But let me start with the good. There are a couple of things that I would have liked, the Eagles to do better on. But all in all, I think the Eagles did fine. I think, in fact, I know for a fact, because, well, we are victorious, that the players on both sides of the ball did enough to win this ball game, all right? I think the offensive and defensive lines did fine. Let me talk about, let me give, I'd like to give special shout outs to Jake Elliott, Carson Wentz, Jordan Howard. All right, Jordan Howard, Carson Wentz, Jake Elliott. And let me explain why I'm singling those three men out. The reason I'm singling those three out, excuse me for a minute. The reason I'm singling them out is Carson Wentz. Yeah, he's the quarterback. Of course he gets singled out. He's the fucking quarterback. He's probably sick of it. But, hey, Carson, when you, we saw a dominant fucking ground game, which is why I'm giving Jordan Howard a shout out, because Jordan Howard, that motherfucker can run a football. He's a goddamn freight train. I don't give a fuck. Howard's a truck and I don't give a fuck, alright? Howard's a truck and I don't give a fuck. That guy's a fucking monster. That guy can fucking run. He's got like 4 or 5 guys on him. He's still fucking going. He picks up positive yardage. He picks up first down yardage. He can run it in for a fucking touchdown, which we saw during this game. Alright? That's why I want to give a special shout out to Jordan Howard. Carson Wentz is the quarterback. Yeah, sure, he's probably fucking sick of it. But I'm going to give Carson Wentz the same shout out, the same reason I'm shouting out, giving props, and showing some love to my kicker, Jake Elliott. Hey, Jake? That was the wind you had to contend with. That was the weather. That was God in the universe trying to make sure you missed the fucking field goals and extra point. And extra points. Folks, do you know how many kicks Jake Elliott missed due to the wind? Huh? 1! He only made 1 bad kick! He only missed 1! Yeah, it was an extra point. It wasn't from too far away, but that didn't matter because we were up anyway. It's like, yeah, you missed an extra point. Jake Elliott's not perfect. He's not. Now, granted, we're talking about a man who made a 61-yard field goal against the Giants, which I'll never fucking forget was a game-winning field goal. But, folks, that was then, this is now. And now, he's making field goals and extra points despite there being a gale blowing. Despite there being a bit of a gale going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know, when Carson did throw the ball, when he threw, yeah, there were a few incomplete passes, but he actually managed to complete some passes as well. He didn't throw a single pick during today's game. Of course, neither did the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. But Carson Wentz didn't throw a single pick, despite the wind. He didn't fucking, he completed passes, despite the wind. It wasn't like he was 0 for 30, you know, and when the wind did pick up and change direction, he took the hint and ran the football. We were running the football and having success with that. And we were passing the rock and having success with that too. Now, I've said this time and again, and I will continue to fucking say it. Carson Wentz is a very versatile quarterback. He can change his play calls like just before the fucking snap. He can change the play call. He can move men around. He can work well with that. He can work well under pressure, throw under pressure extremely well. Very rarely does this man throw it away. He can throw it away, but very rarely he does. And he's very rarely sacked. Now, was he sacked a few times during this game? Yeah, more than once. But we managed to sack Josh Allen more than once, too. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe in the very beginning of the game, very beginning of the first quarter, we managed to do just that. We managed to sack Josh Allen. In like the second... Yeah, we got the ball to start the second half, so the Bills had the ball first. So it was like the first, maybe the second play of the game that we actually sacked Allen. Which is fucking cool, in my opinion. That's great. But back to Carson Wentz. Now, you're probably tired of me saying this, but he's very versatile. He can change the play calls. He can change things up. He can change it up when he has to change it up. And if he has to run it, he runs it. He knows when to run it. He knows when to fucking throw. And when Carson does, you know, drop back to throw, drop back to pass, when he is under pressure, he's got a stout pass protection, sure. But if that pass protection breaks, if that pocket breaks, now he's able to use his feet to get outside the pocket. Now he's able to run. He's able to roll and throw, and he's able to keep and run and slide. That's what I like about Carson Wentz. I actually saw a quarterback sneak. He did a QB sneak during this game. Those are rare from this guy because coach doesn't want him getting hurt. And I get that, Doug Peterson. I totally get why you do that. No one wants their star quarterback to get hurt because that sets the team back considerably. In fact, it sets them back pretty much abysmally. Remember the Redskins last year were on their, what, third string QB? And not only did I see a quarterback sneak, I also saw Carson Wentz run with the football. He got a couple of first downs. And I think that's just great. And he made a couple of excellent touchdown passes. And there was a really ballsy catch during the game that I really liked. There were a few plays during this game that were a real fucking treat to watch. I mean, good Lord. So, now I want to talk about the defense, because the defense played rather excellently. In fact, I saw the defense repeatedly bending, but not breaking. You bent, but you didn't break, all right? You allowed like one touchdown, maybe two, from the opposing offense during the course of the game. You bent, you were pliable, but you didn't break. You didn't get gassed completely. Now, if you ask me, I think it was the Bills' defense that was fucking gassed, because our offense was out on the field a lot. I saw a couple third and outs. I saw the defense get a couple third and outs, 3 and outs. I saw the defense get to the quarterback. You know, they got to the quarterback. I'll tell you what else I really liked. Hey, Eagles, what have I been saying since day one? You gotta score in the first half. If you can help it, score in the first quarter. You're probably tired of me saying this, folks, but let me explain to you again how the Plague plays football. The first half is for scoring and getting a good lead on the enemy. And the second half is for maintaining, perhaps widening that lead. That's how I play football. You people scored in the first half. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we scored in the second half too, and we're more of a second half team. But I'm watching the first half of this game. It's a good first half. This whole game was all around was a decent game of football. This was a good game. This was what I like to see. All right. Two good teams going up against each other, and there can only be one winner. You know, both teams can't win, and that's the only real complaint. This was two good football teams duking it out. At least the first half was. Second half, the Bills almost didn't have a shot, but the first half of the game, at least, was good. It was a real fucking treat. First half of the fucking game, because we scored in the first half. All right. I mean, you got Carson Wentz driving his men down the fucking field, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, I'd like to see, because, you know, I got family who really likes to troll me about the fucking Eagles. You know, they like to root for the opposing team while I'm rooting for the Eagles, and it's like, you know, I think this is just great. You know, the Bills are, you know, the Bills, I mean, everybody, fucking everybody, Plague, sit your German ass down, you're taking another L. That's what everybody was telling me. Let me tell you something, folks. I don't give a damn. You can sit over there and you can tell me all day long that the Eagles are done. You could tell me from the time I wake my ass up in the morning to the time I go to fucking sleep at night, you could tell me that the Philadelphia Eagles season is done. But I know better. I know better. Because as long as we got that star QB, as long as we got that stout defensive line, and as long as we got that offense, there's not a fucking doubt in my fucking mind. I got no doubt. Yeah, you can't win every single game that you play. You can't have a 16-0 season every year. You're going to have good years, you're going to have bad years. And this year so far has been, well, we're now 4-4, so it's middle of the road so far, dead center. And you can't just, and I know what you're saying.
Oh, Plague. The Bills normally suck. They're not that great a team. It's just the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, it's just the 5-1, well now 5-2, Buffalo Bills. The Bills are looking good this year. Real good. And up until the Eagles, up until they had their meeting with the Eagles, they'd only lost one game. Well, guess what? Now they got 2 losses. Now they got 2. And to make matters worse, the Bills were beaten at home. This was a road game. We're like Julius Caesar in fucking Gaul. We came, we saw, and we fucking conquered that shit. We went to Buffalo, we went to fucking New York, got off the fucking plane, swaggered onto that fucking field, beat the fucking tar out of the Bills, and went home, and we're like, yeah, that was us. Yeah, we whooped Buffalo's ass. Yeah, that was us. We kicked Buffalo's ass. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, it wasn't a shutout, but it was a win. And you know what they say? A win's a fucking win. A win is a fucking win. After the game, I was smiling like a fucking Cheshire goddamn cat. Because, and I was thinking of all the things my trolling ass family was saying to me before the game. Oh yeah, give me the Bills on Sunday. The Bills are gonna play hard today. Blah blah blah. Now, granted, they were good sports. They, you know, after I won the game, we turned off the TV and they said, hey, just congrats. Congrats on the win. That's all, I mean, because it's football. It's shit talk. It's all in good fun. But I was still smiling like a Cheshire cat because they talked, you know, and of course I took it in stride. I said thanks. I can't, I couldn't just dance around and brag even though I wanted to because, no, I didn't want to be rude. But the point I'm trying to make is I was smiling, I was grinning ear to fucking ear because these people had talked all that shit. They talked all that shit. And it was for nothing. Was for nothing, man. But meanwhile, I gotta kill this fucking video. I'm rambling, for Christ's sake. So, I'll tell you what. Believe it or not, I have a life outside the Philadelphia Eagles. I've got a life outside my fucking team, alright? So, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. The plague is happy. So what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna go relax and get ready for next fucking week when we face the Chicago Bears, who I think we can beat. I'm confident after this win against the Bills that we can beat the Bears, that we can win against the Bears. Because I hear Trubisky's been sucking a fucking big one these last couple of weeks. Let's see if we can stop him. We beat the Bears last year. I mean, you might say it was, you might say it was dumb luck, but we did beat the Bears last year. And I think we can beat them again. So, I'm going to kill this video. I'm going to go relax. Get ready for next week. And I will see you folks in the next one.